Hello class and welcome to week 4, Adolescence. This will be the walkthrough for the course to help you get an idea of where we'll be going this week and hopefully provide you some information that will be useful as you complete your assignments this week. So once again, we've got the objectives for the week that are tied into the overall course objectives, activities and assignments. We've got our readings and resources, the discussion board, and the FLE project presentation. Your textbook's readings will be section 6, Adolescence, and the website here. You'll want to take a look at that. This will be a video for you to watch, and it will take you right into the library. Then there's also a podcast on adolescence that will be good for you to review. It is perhaps a little bit old, but the information is still pretty relevant. So go ahead and listen to that. And the nice thing about podcasts, you could maybe download it on a device and listen to it during your commute sometime. Right, this week's discussion board. Is to compare and contrast the incidence of adolescent sexual activity and pregnancy in the United States and other countries. What practices do other countries use that may benefit American adolescents? So as you look through those resources and you craft your response, you want to make sure that you compare and contrast. That means what's similar and what is different between the incidence of adolescent sexual activity and pregnancy in the United States versus other countries. Then again, what practices do other countries use that may benefit American adolescents? They didn't think to put it here, but if you also might want to think about what are we doing that's good in the States. So that will be for the discussion for this week. Going back to the section for the week. The project presentation. Again, this is going to be related to your outline. You take the outline that you and your partner presented last week, and you're going to flesh it out. So the presentation itself is not going to be 2 hours. The presentation itself is only 10 to 12 minutes. And that is because you're going to present it as if you were giving, as it says here, like think of it as a proposal to your supervisor as to why you should be permitted to run the program. So again, you're not going to present the program or the workshop or seminar, but you're going to present a proposal for it. You want to make sure, well, let's just take a look at the rubric here. So here again, you want to make sure that you have all of these elements, and these should look familiar because they were part of your outline for this week. So you want to make sure that you have a purpose, the audience, format, duration, goals and objectives. One thing that I noticed in your outlines, many of the groups did not include references or supporting material for your information. That wasn't necessarily required for the outline. However, for your presentation, think about it again like you're going to present to your supervisor. You want to make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row, I's dotted, T's crossed. Sorry for the mixed metaphors there, but you want to make sure, if you're presenting to a supervisor, that you had a lot of support and backing for your proposal. That support and backing comes from research that has been done in the area that you're presenting. So you might look for research that will support, if you're going to do parenting, you want to look for some research that provides some good ideas for the content of a parenting seminar, but you will also want to look at resources that provide support for the way that you're presenting it. So if you're going to do a lecture, you want to find some information or research that talks about the benefits of lecture. And if you can't find any, then you change your style. There are family life education resources, looking at Family Relations Journal and the Cooperative Extension. And if you are part of NCFR, you might be able to access some CFLE research and resources. Possibly not, though, but you can check that out anyway. So those are the kinds of materials that you might want to look into. You can also use your textbook for the supporting evidence. And again, supporting evidence will get you in the distinguished category. If you don't have the supporting evidence, you can still do reasonably well, just not in the distinguished category. So this week is going to be more about the content of your program or your presentation. Next week, the rubric will focus more on the delivery and the presentation. This week, one presentation per pair will be submitted to me. However, you also do, for the discussion board, just one of you present your presentation, but the other one will have to submit something so that you can participate in the discussion and comment on other people's presentations. So in your pairs, determine which of you is going to post the discussion. In that post, make sure that it's very clear who your partner is. And then if the partner just can write something about see so-and-so's post for my presentation, and that should be able to get you in so that you can respond to your classmates. One other thing with the assignment, these references here are just some good reminders about presentations. So that is pretty much it. Just a reminder, this particular link will take you to your group, and in your group you can see that the group assignments, there's the outline for last week and the FLE project for this week. So there you go, and I hope you have a great week. I look forward to seeing you on the discussion boards and as well as your presentations.